I would definitely recommend WREN to other organisations, because if I had looked for funding for what WREN has come in and offered us, it would have taken us years to get to where we have in this year with our volunteer training.
What is WREN?
Women Rising Enabling Neighbourhoods, that's WREN. WREN was funded by the Tampon Tax Fund to run for a year, and really in essence we've taken what St Giles Trust does and it has enabled us to go out and work in partnership with organisations across 3 key areas. That's Lynn, Great Yarmouth and Margate, and through that we are working with the organisations for them to identify women that are known to their service, and we are offering a package of free training to help increase their confidence and their skills, and they use those skills as volunteers for those organisations, and thereby reaching and supporting more women with their lived experience. The needs that St Giles identified was that in these 3 key areas they were very similar in terms of demographics around poverty and digital exclusion, maybe insecure employment, and it was an opportunity for us to be able to increase the employability and the confidence of women in those areas.
How has WREN helped me? I would say that WREN helped me to understand that there are a lot of people who is ready to help you. When Ukrainian refugee came to the UK, they can't find themselves. And it's very important to feel support. And we've got this support from WREN. I used to do absolutely another job in my previous life, let's say, in Ukraine. And I have never helped to other people before. When I came here, when I met with Julie, when I met with WREN project, I understood how it's important. You know, my life, it makes sense at this moment. And WREN, it was like one more opportunity to provide this help with other people who believes in this like me. I would like to work with this program, with these trainings, because I'm happy to be useful for somebody. I mean, Ukrainian woman, because I know how it's hard when you came to this country, when you are by yourself, when you do not have any support, and Ukraine and UK are absolutely different countries. And especially when you do not speak in English, you just have to have this support to survive. Have a lot of Ukrainian people here, and they still can't find themselves. They still can't find appropriate job or job at all. And it will be very important. It's actually very important for them to find their place, to find job, but they just need this like push. I would say that it would be trainings. So they will have all necessary tools to make their life easier. Paid employment, it meant a lot for me, because I started to work when I was 18, I think. And I never asked anyone for help. I always was like independent person. But when I came here, when I understood that I do not have job anymore, I do not have money, I should ask for benefits from government. It was awful for me because I am a young woman and I can earn money. And plus I had a son. My son, he is 4. And we didn't have enough money, I would say. But after this, when I started to work with Hanseatic Union, I started to get salary. I started to feel myself more confident here. And, you know, I just like got wings, if you understand what I mean. I can do everything by myself because money is very important in our life.
Can you tell us about the groups of women that you support and some of the issues that they faced?
Yeah, so women come to Feathers Futures from all backgrounds in the community. So they may be facing social isolation, they may be just out of prison, they may have had their children taken into care, mental health issues. There's a real range. Some are in employment, some are unemployed. A complete range of women come here for all the different groups and activities that we do. So I think because we're a really small charity based only in Great Yarmouth or within the borough of Great Yarmouth, we have a really good understanding of the community that we're in, and we all are part of that community, so we really care about it. It gives us that flexibility to respond really quickly to changes that happen in the community. Really struggle for funding in general. You know, we don't have specialist people helping us write bids, we do that all ourselves. So when it comes to things like staff training, volunteer training, developing a volunteer programme, when you've got 300 women coming through the door for support and help, we just haven't got people to be able to help set up all of that. So we had volunteers here at Feathers Futures before WREN, but we had developed those resources ourselves on our own, and what WREN did when they came in is they really looked through those resources. They helped us develop a really fantastic training programme, volunteer handbook and the additional training and the upskilling of volunteers to a scale that we would have never been able to do on our own. WREN has given us the opportunity to recruit more volunteers with lived experience and also give us the confidence to know that we are providing them with the appropriate support for their lived experience whilst progressing as volunteers. Feathers Futures isn't about having lots of staff. Feathers Futures, the whole process is women supporting women. So having women who have accessed our support then come on to volunteer and give back and have that peer support, that is the whole ethos of Feathers Futures. So there are volunteers in every single group that we deliver, and they run an awful lot of the groups as well. So WREN works because the WREN team have taken the time to really come and find out about us grassroots organisations. They haven't come in with a standard training package and expected us to fit into that. They've come, found out about us, what we do, how we fit into our community, and then they've tailored a package that has been outstanding to us.
There's 3 kind of main aims really within WREN. One is the grant giving aspect and being able to partner with grassroots organisations and helping them embed lived experience and increase their capacity through consultancy or support really. We've been creating a lived experience toolkit which we've co-produced all together. Another aspect then is reaching women that are facing multiple disadvantage and offering a suite of training, learning to advise, which is Sitting Guilds Assured, which really gives all the key skills someone would need to confidently volunteer. The microgrant aspect was brought in so that we were able to offer the women the opportunity to use their skills and see the impact of their own lived experience
We've had 2 micro-grant projects. The first one is that we organised a Christmas gathering. So the community champions who had accessed the training and the WREN project, they organised a Christmas gathering that actually every single woman from Feathers Futures was invited to. We had a Christmas buffet, we had crafting tables where the community champions did a different craft activity, chatted to the ladies. It was a really lovely event actually. What it also did is it gave the women who access Feathers Futures an opportunity to talk to the volunteers about what it's like to volunteer, how break down any of those barriers and perceptions they had to volunteering from people that had already completed the course. I think initially running the projects, they were actually quite nervous, but because they didn't do it on their own and they did it together, it was that shared nervousness. But actually afterwards, when they saw how many women enjoyed it, what they'd learned, what they'd made, and I think it gave them a real sense of achievement, built their confidence.
I'm Lucy and I volunteer for Feathers Futures. It's transformed me a lot because at first I was really shy, and joining Feathers Futures is literally, and WREN have brought me out my shell. Gained loads of skills, I've gained mental health, learnt more about love, learnt more about learn to advise and safeguarding, and the trauma course was really good. The thing I found hardest was the coursework, but I've done it. I've passed every single one and I'm well happy with myself.
How does it make you feel to know that you've finished it and done it? How does that make you feel about yourself?
Excellent, because I have a learning disability as well, so I've overcome that. And I've proved to everybody wrong I can do it.
My general confidence, yes, it also has changed because now I feel myself like independent person. I know where to find necessary information. I know what to do in my daily life if I will have some issues, for example. It's all I took from these trainings. I would say you should use this opportunity because it will change your life. You have to have these trainings even if you think that you know everything, because you can't know actually everything when you come to a different country. I thought that I know a lot because I worked with Hanseatic Union for 2 months before this project. But during these trainings, I found out that I do not know a lot of things. And after this training, I feel myself more confident, and our ladies also.
WREN's biggest achievements are in the individual stories of the women that have taken part, because the women have absolutely grabbed the opportunity and run with it, and the impact of that, I think, will be seen for them for a long while to come.
It's really important for women to support women, to know that you're not alone, to know that there are other people who have shared experiences the same as you or different to you, to know that there are people there who've got your back, that care about you, that, yeah, it's really important.